the Comic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. This time we are going to take a look at the Escaping Twin Flames Netflix documentary. I got some bad vibes right away. So again, as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Never knew those guys. Never met them. Never want to, allegedly. But we're going to first take a look at their relationship dynamic. And before I've even started, I heard the blind leading the blind. So I don't know about y'all watching the show, but they did not give me the healthiest dynamic. The whole show didn't really exactly give me healthy. But this is always alleged. No facts here. Floating hands on the internet. But as always, if you enjoyed these videos, please give it a like. It really does support my channel. Comment down what you guys want to see in future videos. And let me know if you could fill in any gaps. If there's anything that needs to be filled. If you guys know anything about anything. Like, comment, share the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe. Hey, besties. Hey, my regulars. How are you? Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Links are all down below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, links are all down below. And as always, let's get started. So, now, I'm going to be honest with you. Jeff is an Aries, and Shaleias, I like her name, it's fun. They gave me a very unhealthy vibe from the rip, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. This wants to come out. He was giving me narcissistic tendencies, I'm going to be honest with you. And she was giving me kind of a vibe of like, at all costs to keep myself going. Because he did mention in the beginning that he found her like living in her car or something. And then, you know, she went from like, oh, I'm hearing rags to riches. Yeah, because remember she had the Chanel and everything. So I wonder if it's like, she is a Virgo. I'm seeing Beyonce in my mind's eye and how like she takes like Jay-Z's BS because like, she's queen bee, like she likes the fame, so it is what it is, you know. But I don't know, let's see. Allegedly, what is their relationship really like behind closed doors? Are they this happy twin flamey couple that I just don't buy it, y'all? But let's see. What? Oh god. Okay, well. Jesus, already? Okay. Fuck. All right. This is all legend and for entertainment purposes only. Somebody wants to be single. I kind of feel like it's both of them, if I'm being real with you. Now, I did kind of set the intention to get the relationship as a whole and not on current energy, but I do see an energy of potentially like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, because of the show coming out on Netflix. If you guys haven't seen it, put this video on your watch later list and go check it out, or watch some YouTuber that's covered the film, okay? Because it's a really good show, and it's exactly why I am very hesitant when I cover twin flame stuff, because it promotes unhealthy attachments. That being said, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only here, I believe this guy is a... Okay, so you know the saying, like, if you want to know how someone's going to treat you in a relationship, see how they treat their waiter. Now, I'm getting the vibe of, like, look at how he treats anybody who's got an issue with him. Like, I'm hearing the word qualm. Qualms is the same thing as issue, right? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, what I'm getting is, like, remember how we were seeing how he would, like, snap at, like, the smallest thing, and he is an Aries? I feel like he snaps at her, and I'm hearing, like, keeping her small, keeping her in a box. So, I don't know that I believe that originally she was... I feel like he is more of the initiator in everything, like in their relationship, starting the business, because I remember he was already in a business mindset. This feels like he saw her as an opportunity. It's given the vibe of like, I'm going to tell you everything you want. I'm going to paint you a fantasy. I'm going to give you what you want to hear. But behind closed doors, I feel like he's emotionally abusive. I'm being drawn to a scene where he mentions her weight. And then he's like, oh, but I'm happy with her fat anyway. And I'm pretty sure he said the word fat. He said something that was kind of demeaning. And I was watching, because I know how to read body language too. I was watching her because I was like, she doesn't talk a lot. I feel like he's the one. Yeah, I've just heard wear the pants. He's the one that's more in control of this situation. I'm not saying that that makes her not a victim anymore, but I feel like, because I'm seeing like saving a puppy off of the street, like finding a wounded animal and like nursing it back to health. So I almost feel like, yeah, now I'm hearing the words you owe me. So I feel like this is what he does. He finds like broken people, for lack of a better word. It's what's coming up in my mind. He finds people that need, that are, okay. So you know how narcissists, allegedly, narcissists can like smell out people that are like overly empathetic and want to be there for you at all costs. Like it's usually the empath lesson is like you learn how to figure out who you are by realizing you shouldn't be with these people. That's kind of the vibe that he's giving me. It's like he can like, because I'm seeing like a shark sniffing blood in the water. He has like a third sense. So if he has said that he had psychic gifts, I would say he has the ability to sense out someone who's wounded. That's for sure. But I feel like she, even though she was on her own, like literally in the car on her own, I feel like he sold her a dream. And I feel like because of the money that it backs, it's like, I just keep seeing like Beyonce in my mind's eye and how I'm always like, how could someone so powerful stay with someone that cheats? And it's like, well, the money is good. I'm hearing what's that word, Spirit? I can't think of the word. I lost it. It looks good. It looks good and it pays well. And so it's giving off like arranged marriage almost. Like I don't buy that Shaleia's fully in this relationship. If anything, I think she's like, I'm going to take the beat down verbally, not physically. I don't feel anything like that. And if I did, it's not my place. But it's just giving the vibe of like, if I put up with this, I get all the riches. I get all the fame. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, I want to be rich. I want to be famous. So I think that they had that in common, which is why I think he's been able to make this work for so long. I also feel like she doesn't have a solid sense of self. And so he kind of played off on that. I think he sells her a dream, but he can back it up with the money because he knows how to control so many people. And so it's like, you're going to be independent with me. You're going to look good with me. You're going to be famous because of me. So he definitely, I mean, he actually sold a dream that was legit. But with King of Cups in the reverse, that's someone who's, that's someone who knows how to work with your emotions to their own benefit, if you know what I mean. So I think that he's kind of more of the dictator is what I'm hearing. Like I'm seeing Hitler in my mind's eye. I don't know why. Well, he did smoothly control a bunch of people and said all the right things. So maybe that's why. But it's just giving me the vibe of like, I know how to manipulate you. I know how to make you. I don't buy that she's happy, allegedly. Okay, I also feel like she's been over this relationship for a long ass time, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But I just keep hearing that like the money's too good. Because this is like two people not moving forward, but this is a world card, which is a major, that's like cycles ending. And judgment's like, I can see clearly now. So I don't buy that she wants to be with him. I feel like it, optics, thank you, Spirit. Oh my God, I couldn't figure that word out. Because of the optics, because it looks good, because of the fame. I think that she was fame hungry. I think that, you know, I mean, I looked it up. It says she's a Virgo. Virgos really, really like money. And like, I have a Virgo stellium, so I get it. I've been with a shitty relationship and because it looked good. I definitely think that Shaleia has low self-esteem, low self-worth. I think that she doesn't mind being in the background. I think she doesn't mind taking the hit. Because, like, I just keep being drawn to Jay-Z and Beyonce. And it's just given the vibe of, like, I don't really care because I have the money. I'll put up with it because I have the fame. I feel like Shaleia has some childhood wounds of, like, I don't know what her story is with her parents, but I feel like she's never felt like she was seen. She's never felt like she was appreciated. And so, like, you know how people will try to find love anywhere because they don't love themselves and they'll take abuse because at least they have somebody. That's kind of the vibe of this, which is a little bit sad. I actually have a little teeny bit of plethora of a little bit of sadness towards her because I feel like she's just so wounded because I'm hearing wounded in her child that it's like she just, I mean, she knows better, but she doesn't. You know what I mean? It's given like victim mentality, but like on steroids. Like, I don't think this girl has ever been treated nice. I think she's been bullied her whole life. And so when Jeff kind of like swooped in, she was like, this is great. This is wonderful. And then I feel like she's the type that's been told not to complain, not to argue, like sit down, shut up, do as you say, not as you, whatever, like all that stuff. But it's given the vibe, yeah, because I'm seeing the scene from Matilda where it's like, I'm big, you're small, I'm right, you're wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. I feel like she's heard that her whole life. And so this switch to Jeff treating her like crap, not really different from what she's used to. And you know how, like, if you don't heal, you'll date your father type of energy. So I wonder what her situation with her dad was, because this feels like a pattern, allegedly, of, like, verbal abuse at the bare minimum. But because of the fame, because of being seen, it's like, I want to leave, but I don't. So I don't know that Shaleias is necessarily, she's definitely not the brains behind this, that's for sure. But I just don't know that she's as bad as we think. It almost feels like she's, it's giving like, I don't know why I'm seeing this because I don't know enough about them. Do you guys know the Duggar family? Because I'm seeing like the wife and everything, and it's like, I'm hearing like learned helplessness. So I feel like this is all it's given the vibe of like when someone's homeschooled and then they come out from homeschooling and then it's like they don't know how to socialize properly. Sometimes, I'm not saying everyone, so don't come for me if you came like from homeschooling, but it's just given the vibe of like, I don't know any better, so I don't do any better. Because like I'm hearing the song Why You So Obsessed With Me. So I almost feel like she doesn't, I think she's very emotionally stunted. I think something happened in her childhood that stunted her and she never really healed from that. And so emotional intelligence is probably around the age of like 16-ish, maybe even younger. So I think that she finds safety in abuse, allegedly, and that could be any form, physical, emotional. So I think that's where this is stemming from. I think this is why she's the quiet one for the most part. I think she just does as she's told and doesn't really bitch about it, because it's like I'm seeing her being like yelled at and screamed at, and then I'm seeing her, I wonder if he yells at her and belittles her, and then it's like, okay, now we can go buy you a purse, a Chanel purse, because I know they mentioned Chanel. So it's almost like, that reward system of like the abuser. That's I keep hearing it. I gotta say it. It's all alleged for entertainment purpose. Only no facts here. But it's like being mean to you and then buying you so that you stick around, and then the cycle repeats. So I don't feel like, I feel like part of her knows it's not healthy, but then it's like, why, what am I going to get that's better than this? It's never been better than this, but with this, I have the money. You know what I mean? Oh, God. I think I'm picking up on the energy now, because it's like, are they really together? Are they actually together? Because this doesn't read like people that are together. This is like Lovers reversed. That speaks for itself. That's a breakup. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Not putting the work in. Ten of Swords. Betrayal. End of a cycle. So, hold on. I think I'm already picking up on how they are right now. I don't feel like I need more of their background. That's weird. They're definitely worried. I'm hearing NDA, so I'm wondering if they're starting to pay people off that are threatening to tell what they know. I feel like, because I'm seeing like people scrambling, and I'm being shown like a scene from a movie where like they're getting caught for being a fake corporation. So they're like, oh, what's it called? It's so hard to think when you're channeling. Machines that tear up paper. I know, I'm so sorry, y'all. But it's like hiding documents, hiding things, paying people off, trying to make sure that I win at all costs. No one can know what we've done. So I feel like they're doing damage control, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Because I keep hearing this is a PR nightmare, a PR nightmare. So I almost feel like, I kind of feel like Shaleias wants to leave him. Does that mean that she's going to? I don't know. I with all the swords here, this feels more like thoughts than it does actual, I'm going to move forward with leaving. But I think if it were to get bad enough, she might cut her losses, is what I'm hearing. But again, I just feel like there's a really unhealthy dynamic here that's been learned throughout childhood that I don't think that she's going to be able to just walk away from, unless someone were to come forward and be like, hey, Shaleias, like, we know that you wouldn't have chosen this if you weren't with him. So if someone were to try to help her, maybe, but I don't know. I feel like she could just ride this because of the money. But she's not happy. I'll give you that much. She is not happy. She does not like being under this shit storm, because I feel like he's been the one, allegedly, that has been making all the plans, doing all the, abusing people and taking their money. Allegedly, no facts here. I'm also getting another message of like winning at all costs, and then this would be like marriage, their actual marriage, so it's a contract, right? And it's like trying to release my anxiety and move forward. She's not happy. Like, I knew that was obvious just watching the docuseries, but I think it's definitely gotten worse since it's been in the media, that's for sure, because it's like now everybody's looking at what it really is. I feel like part of her, because I'm seeing someone with one foot in the door, one foot out. I feel like part of her feels like this could be her break to get away and start her own thing and then like blame it on Jeff. So there is a potential here. Because there's so many swords, I don't know if she's actually going to go through with it, especially with that low self-esteem has not been like cured over this. But there's definitely a mindset happening here of like, if she had the balls to do it, I could see her walking away from him to start her own thing and then being like, it was his fault. This is what he's put me through too. I'm a victim too. Because as I looked up, it was 15:15 on my clock, which reduces to 6 and 6, which is a transition. So, and then we got 6 Pentacles right here. I feel like she kind of sees this as an opportunity to leave. But I don't know that she's necessarily going to do it because of all the swords cards. There's not a lot of Pentacles here. And the only Pentacles would be their marriage. So that being said, I kind of feel like Shaleia's a victim too. I mean, it doesn't make it right. Because what I'm being drawn to is that girl with the curly hair, really pretty, ginger-looking, orangey, very beautiful girl who was a main character on the docuseries who victimized other people because she didn't know any better. And at the end, she was like, I'm so sorry. And she's apologizing to people because she's out of the cult mindset. It's kind of given the same vibe as her. I feel like she's also a product of Jeff's abuse. I don't think that that's who she was coming into the relationship. I'm not making excuses for who Shaleia is, so I have nothing in this. In fact, this is exactly why I hate the twin flame words, period, because it just makes you settle for less than you deserve. But I don't buy that Shaleia was like this prior to meeting Jeff. I feel like she went along with what Jeff did. I feel like she saw all the money that came in. I feel, because I keep seeing like I'm turning a blind eye. So I feel like she wanted to ignore how bad it was getting. And now I'm being drawn to my death skull, which is like losing myself and just kind of dealing with it with money. You know what I mean? So I feel like Jeff is more the brains and she's more the I want the money, so I'm going to kind of just go with it. Did I not just say that's what I saw? Dude, all the 6s here. Transition. That'd be transition and internet. Apathetic, not shocked. Oh, and then wasn't he the King of Cups in the top? Yeah. She does want to leave. That's exactly what I was picking up. She wants to leave because she's not happy with what's going on. And she was already emotionally unhealthy. And now it's like, well, with this, what's the point? You know? So I wonder if she's trying to figure out, like, because I'm hearing cut my losses. So I wonder if she's trying to figure out how to get out. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know that I should. Because notice how, like, he's like, here's an opportunity. And he's like, nah, I don't want to. I'm crossing my arms. I don't want to. So, and again, 6 of Swords, thoughts. So she wants to leave, but I don't know that she actually will. It's giving like, you know how like when you can barely just, when you're just surviving, you're not thriving. When you're just getting up, you're doing the best you can to just get by. You can't really think more like long term and like, give me an example, Spirit. All right, say it's wintertime, you have seasonal affective disorder, and you want to leave your spouse, but it's wintertime, and you're battling seasonal affective disorder, and now you have a baby, and now you're getting scrutinized at work, you know? Like, it's like there's already too much going on. My mental health is deteriorating, and so it's like I'm just trying to survive. So I think she's trying to think more long-term, like when the dust settles is what I'm hearing, because I'm seeing like that little ball that they show in all those like Texan films before the pew-pews come out, you know, because I can't say what this is. Stupid. But it's given the vibe of like, they're both so emotionally detached from their own emotions that I almost feel like they're both dead inside. Like, I know it's messed up, but it's true. Like, allegedly. It's allegedly true. It's not factual here. But she's been broken for a real long time. And he's just got something to prove. Like, I don't really know where this comes from. I mean, he is an Aries, so that's not really shocking with Aries energy. Gotta be controlling to that extent. But it's just, with Aries, it usually dies off. And with him, he's just, I'm seeing like a little child, like a little boy. And I feel like that's his inner child. I almost wonder, allegedly, if maybe he was abused by his father, either emotionally or physically, or maybe his father wasn't around and so his mom was kind of verbally abusive. I don't know what the story is there, but it almost feels like I have to prove myself at all costs. It's giving me the vibe of someone I know that could have... it's given the vibe of like, you know how there's... I think it's a commercial or something where it's like two brothers have an alcoholic father. One's an alcoholic, one's sober. You ask them both why, and they'll both say their father. So it's basically the vibe of like, you have a choice of from what you know. You can either repeat it or you do the opposite. And the vibe for me is like he's repeating it. So there's got to be childhood trauma there of like emotional abuse, because this feels like a cycle that hasn't stopped for him. It feels like I didn't have control as a child, and so I'm going to control other people so that I feel like I'm in control. I feel like Jeff has low self-esteem as well, but it's manifested in a way that he's got to control other people because he does not feel like he has control in his own life, his self, his temples, what I'm hearing. So this is interesting. Not working. Okay. Allegedly, I also feel like he threatens finances and he threatens her career, that he'll walk away. He'll take everything with him. I feel like this has been a conversation before. So I feel like, remember how earlier I said I was saying I think she's thought about leaving in the past? I'm seeing it again. But he's like, if you leave me, I'm going to take away everything. You won't have a place to live. Because I'm hearing like a pot to piss in, which I don't ever say that statement. But I feel like he's threatened her job. I'm going to expose you. I'm going to tell everybody who you really are, which is ironic because I feel like it would be what he is, not what she is. So actually, this reading's kind of making Shaleia look more like a human to me. I feel like she's a victim too in a different... Like, I'm not saying what she did is okay. So don't fucking... You guys just nitpick everything I say. Stop it. Like, I will just delete you. Like, I will block you from my channel. I'm not here to argue. But I gotta say what I'm seeing, and I feel like she's a victim too. Does that mean what she did is right? No, it doesn't. But I feel like behind closed doors, she's already said, like, spoke her piece, and I just keep seeing, like, women should be seen, not heard. I feel like he's threatened to take away her love in the past, and he's threatened to take away her career. He's threatened to expose her, but I really don't feel like it's exposing. He would be talking about himself. But it's like, I think he's gotten her addicted to having stability because she didn't have it before. And so I think he uses that as a tool to keep her around. I think he's been doing this since she came around. So it's like we started to build this business together. You got comfortable, and now I use that. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to relationships that I can think of that the foundation's always threatened as a mean to keep them in control. So I feel like he's threatened, like, you'll have nothing without me. You'll be back on the streets without me. I'll take this career and you won't be a part of it. I will take everything. You'll be left with nothing. This guy is very manipulative and very cold and very allegedly narcissistic would be my vibe for him, allegedly. And I feel like she is just numbed out to survive. So I kind of have a little bit of empathy for her. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. She knows what it would take to leave. She's not actually that dumb when it comes to it because she's had this conversation before. And it's like, I know how much, yeah, now my throat's blocking. It's like I can't even speak my truth. I think, you know what this is giving? It's giving Stockholm. Like, you've tried to leave, you can't. You know it's really bad. You're watching it, you're seeing it. But there's nothing you can do from her perspective. And so it's like, learn to love my abuser kind of vibe. That's really what this is giving me. I feel like she is like, I'm seeing like 0.0. You know what I mean? Like that, like ground zero. It's like, this is where it started. He started by using his power to manipulate her. And then he created a business, and then he used her to be a part of the business. I don't know that originally she wanted to be a part of it. I think because I'm seeing like love bombing phase. So maybe that's when things were good-ish. And so he'd be like, nah, babe, like, we're going to help other people. So I feel like he puts on the charm when he needs to, but I feel like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, Don't You Ever Get Too Comfortable. So this is giving all the signs of a narcissist. I'm seeing a love bombing phase. I'm seeing gaslighting. I'm seeing like, you can't live without me. I'm seeing like, if you leave, I'll destroy your life. If you leave, I'll take away everything you have. So, frick. I thought they were both going to be evil, but I feel like she's more Stockholmy. But I did ask for the truth, so, mother, okay. Ace of Wands. Oh, no. No. Fuck. He used the baby as a means to keep her, allegedly. That's why she didn't leave, because he kept promising a baby. That's what it was. That's why she didn't leave. That's so messed up. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is giving the vibe, oh, my God. This is so, y'all, this is so not how relationships get fixed. But he totally sold her the dream of, like, once we have a baby, everything's going to be okay. Like, once we have a baby, and I think she wanted a baby, she wanted a family, because I feel like her family life was effed up, allegedly. And so it was like, we'll make a baby and it'll solve everything. And it's just, oh, God. It just got her more stuck in this relationship. This is... Y'all, a baby does not fix a relationship. That is the worst thing to do. As the product of a baby that shouldn't have been born, I speak from personal experience. Babies don't fix relationships, I promise you. That's why oh my God. This is so sad. Actually, I actually did not expect to have so much empathy for her. He promised her that things would change once they had a baby. That's it. She wanted a baby really bad. He was like, things will be better once we have a baby. And it was another fucking power move to keep her around, to keep her quiet, to keep her happy. It's like, shut up here, have the baby. I don't think he gives a shit about the baby, allegedly. I don't think he takes care of the baby. I think it's more her. I think she's the one that wanted it. I think he was like, this will get her stuck with me forever type of energy. And this is just so not healthy, allegedly. Yep. Burden. Yeah, I think that was his next play. He knew that she was not happy, and so it was like, we got to make a baby. So, I know that they said something about having a shmushmortion, because I'm not going to use that word and get canceled. I wonder if he's such a manipulator. Oh my God, allegedly. But it's like, I think that was the new carrot on the stick. You know what I mean? It was like, he noticed that she wasn't happy, so it's like, I gotta get, it's like stuff and baby. You know what I mean? It's like, I gotta keep her. She doesn't want to be with me because of how I behave. And so I gotta find an opportunity. And so that's where this kid came into play. It was like, that'll solve all the problems. Oh my God. I cannot stand that. Youth. She knew, and she didn't want to trust her intuition, because she was like, maybe this will make things better. It's like, I'm hearing the song Stay for the Kids, and it's like, we both had bad childhoods. Maybe we can make something good out of something that we both came from. I think that was a bonding point for them too. Like, they both had bad childhoods. I feel like that was a point that made them kind of closer, as they understood each other. But that's when he became more toxic and became controlling. But I think she thought the baby would solve everything, because it was like, that'll bring back to life our relationship. That'll bring us back to what we used to be in the very, very, very beginning. But that was just the love bombing phase, and he can do that whenever he feels like it. So babies don't solve marriage problems. But I think that she's emotionally naive. So that's the problem that I'm seeing here. What's the back deck? Wishful thinking. I think she can hold her own to an extent. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think that she does fight fire with fire. Like, I think that she'll reach a breaking point and flip out. But again, it's like, he just kind of like puts her back in her place. And then she's like, what do I do now? Like, I think she can pop off at the mouth towards him. But I don't think that, I think that he just completely controls the situation. Because look at how, like, he's running in the moment that she flips out. It's like, I'm going to send you another dream. You know what I mean? And then she's back in fantasy land. Like, okay, she's angry. Like, let's bring her to Chanel. Let's get her another purse. Let's get her a kid. Let's get her pregnant. Whatever we got to do so that you don't focus on me and focus on leaving. I feel like I keep hearing the song Stay for the Kids. And then there she is in her conflict. She knows it's bad. She's not naive to this. So let's take a look at, and then we'll call it a day. Let's take a look at the group itself. So I mean, if you watch the documentary, if you have half a brain, you could tell that that's allegedly, it's not a healthy group. I mean, you're not, I don't buy that she channeled that a bunch of straight women were actually transgender. Like, come on. That's not how life works. They would have known that. If you listen to any transgender person, they will tell you. But let's take a look at the thing itself. Let's look at it like it's its own living being. So, I don't even know how to word this. What should we know about the actual TFU? What is it like a good thing? Like, will you find your twin flame there? I mean, if you watched it, come on. I'm trying to be very careful with my words here because I know they're like after blood right now. So I don't want to be part of that. But let's see. What's up with twin flame universe? God, abuse of power and manipulating power at all costs. So, that being said, I think they are going to ride this to the grave. I'm being drawn to like how I creeped on the Instagram and like comments are limited. So I feel like the people that are already in, they're already too Stockholmy to leave. Like I'm being drawn to the twin sister. I think her name was Sharon or something. I'm probably butchering that. Forgive me. But it's given the vibe of like it's Stockholmy. I'm being drawn to like the Duggars and like I don't know why I keep being drawn to the Duggars. If that makes sense to anybody else, let me know. Maybe it's because they were kind of culty, allegedly. But they're not gonna give up on this. I feel like especially for Shaleias, minus the child that she wanted so badly, for her this is like child number 2. So, you know, when you're not happy in a relationship, you're gonna double down on the job that you like, and she kind of does love what she does to an extent. I mean, she knows what she does isn't right, but at the same time, it's like the money. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, I don't really need the D, I need the money. So she's more concerned about optics and her career. And I mean, she's a Virgo, so like that makes sense. But I don't see the thing itself actually being taken down necessarily, allegedly. I definitely think people, because like I'm seeing people booing and like throwing popcorn, so it's giving me the vibe of like they are definitely gonna have to keep their heads down for a while. If anything, I don't think that they're gonna be able to expand. You know what I mean? I think the people that are already in it are already too far gone, so they're gonna stay. Because like I saw a lot of comments where it's like, I'm so sorry you're going through this. We know who you really are, and I rolled when I saw it. But that's how far gone those people are. It's given the vibe of like, I'm sorry, but I'm being drawn to Scientology. And it's like, if you're already in it, then the odds of you getting out are probably not that great because you're already part of the cult, you know? So that's definitely what this is giving. Abuse of power with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Magician is manipulating at all costs negatively. And then 9 of Wands is literally not giving up, even though you should, like time's up. So they are going to keep spinning the narrative that Netflix is out to get them, that people that couldn't find their love are just angry and they're taking it out on us. But in reality, like things are falling apart and they're just kind of like death gripping what they still have because the people that are in it, they don't want to get out. They're already, because like I'm seeing like mind control. So like it's not literal, but like they're too far gone. So they're not going to. It's like I'm hearing like Yes Master. So like, because if you watched it, you could tell, like, in order to be a part of that, you have to have some sort of low self-esteem. I'm not digging on anybody. Like, it happens. I could have been a victim of this. Twin flame shit, they victimize a lot of people with just those words. So, do I think that it's going to fall apart? No, I don't, actually. I feel like they're not going to be able to grow. If they did, it'd be years from now because of it's like, you know how we see, like, for instance, okay, I'm seeing Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in my mind's eye. And we were all like, oh my God, that's disgusting. That's horrible. And then we got to watch it and then it went away and then it was on to the next. And now Johnny Depp is back. And I'm pretty sure Amber Heard's about to be on a show or was or something. I don't know. But it's given the vibe of like when the dust settles, we'll be able to pick up where we left off. So there's actually potential for them to keep doing this. So hopefully enough press is made where they're always facing backlash, but I'm a little concerned because it feels like they're going to ride the wave until something else gets focused on. But it is Scorpio season, so things are coming to light. A few people might get out because I'm seeing like people wandering. So I think it's opened the eyes of some people, but I almost see, I I see Jeff talking to his people like, don't watch that documentary. It's a load of crap. You know it's a load of crap, like gaslighting so much so that people don't think about it from a different perspective. So I think the people that are already involved are too far gone. Yeah, grief, heartbreak, Jesus. They're trying so hard to hold on to this narrative, though. They really are. They're like, I just see Jeff batting away all of the bad press. Like, this isn't true. You know them. You know that they were just mad because this didn't work out for them, yada, yada. This man, I'm sorry, but allegedly, he's got all of the points for a narcissist. He's got all of it. But that's good because part of me was a little worried I'd get some psychopath energy or sociopath energy. I'm not feeling that. I feel like this is a broken little man who became a grown man who's still not a grown man. And so he's just kind of acting out. But I almost worry that he's abusive because of how many times I've been drawn to the word abusive. So there is potential there, if it hasn't been said already, that he could be physically abusive. I don't know that he is. I don't know that he has ever been. I'm just saying I see potential for it, which concerns me. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not saying it's happened. But that being said, he is definitely gaslighting everybody that's still left, that it's bullshit, the whole thing's bullshit, don't buy into it. And these people are just very naive, and like he preys on that. So this is given like empath lesson. I think he finds people with low self-esteem with really big hearts. He preys on their innocence, and he's like, come with me, I can help you find the dream love of your life. And it's like, it's falling apart, but not enough. You know what I mean? Not enough. Here he is. This motherfucker. At all costs, man. Oh my God, this guy. He's the biggest freaking victim in all of this, but like in his own mind. Like, he's like, this isn't fair. They're coming after me. It's not fair. Like, oh my God, I feel like I'm reading a toddler. Like, grow up. Like, first of all, he's coming out as a Knight of Wands. Isn't he like in his 30s or something? This is ridiculous. He should be a king if he was actually evolved, but he's not. So he definitely is worried about having to pay people off. He allegedly. Also worried about how this is looking for the other people. I feel like he's telling people not to watch it. Like, I just keep seeing him being like, you're not allowed to watch it. Like, I feel like he's telling the group. Like, I can almost see him like in a group chat with other like higher up members being like, you need to tell people that they can't watch this show. You need to make sure that they don't watch this show, because he's coming at it like, they're coming after me. They're betraying my trust. Everything I gave to them. They're so ungrateful. They're so spiteful. Like, this man has no ability to self-reflect at all. None whatsoever. This man he is like the epitome of a victim mentality, like on steroids. This man has no ability to self-reflect. He's one of those people, you know, what came out in the news lately, that Keke Palmer's boyfriend that was abusive. I keep being drawn to him. How, like, he gave off the narcissistic tendencies, allegedly. And he abused, and then he'd be like, oh, I love you, like, I got you, and blah, blah, blah. And then they had a kid, right? And then she got out, finally, because of the kid. I'm being drawn so much to that. It's like they're parallel. It's like it's the same vibe. She wants to get out. She can't. He fed her a promise. He gave her a kid to bring up the dreams. And it's like, there is potential for all of this to fall apart, but Shaleias would have to be like, enough is enough. And with her being a Virgo and overanalyzing and not loving herself, I don't see that happening, but it's definitely been a point of contention. She's definitely thought about it, but he is doing like damage control on steroids. Yeah, he's afraid. People are already threatening to walk away. He's trying to pay off people and be like, I'm hearing like slow and steady wins the race. Like, I'm just going to wait for the dust to settle, If I have to pay a few people off, that's fine. If I have to do what I got to do financially, that's fine, because we can slowly rebuild this. It's going to be okay. Just stick to what we've been doing. Some people are going to walk away. It's fine. We got the money. We can handle it. We can build this back up with time. Let's just wait for the dust to settle. So this feels like damage control at all costs. Oh, there he is. Huh. I feel like he's putting on a lot of different faces to try and keep people from walking away. So it's like he's being aggressive one minute, and then he's like, this is giving me gaslighting, love bombing. It's like he doesn't want people to walk away, so he'll say some stuff to make them feel better about it. Like, he's so good at lying. He's so good at lying. And I'm being drawn to how I've never noticed this before, and I've been reading cards for years. Notice how he has a fish on his necklace? A fish. Like, out of all the things, this could be a beautiful gold emblem. It's a fish. And it's giving me the vibe of, like, not all that glitters is gold. So even what he's emotionally offering, I'm being drawn to, like, Page of Cups. Like, it's not... He is... Ugh. I don't like this energy at all, y'all. I really don't. It gives me the skeevies. I've dated these guys before. I don't like it. I don't want to be back in this energy. He is a manipulator. He is really good at what he does. And I just don't understand it because he's this little scrawny, little toothpick looking mother. I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. But he just knows how to prey on people's emotions. Does he have like, is there a birth chart on him? Like, does he have a water moon or like a water Mercury? Because it just feels like he knows there's got to be significant water placements with him because he feels like he knows how to turn on the charm. He knows how to woo people. It's almost like I'm seeing like Jekyll and Hyde. It's like he knows how to put on the face. So the people that are already in it, they're too far gone. Like, I hate to say it, but like I keep being drawn to Sharon. I think that was her name, the twin sister. I feel like once people are already too far in, it's like I can't get out. It's like I'm seeing the movie Get Out, but it's like I'm seeing the part with the tea and the cup, and it's like they're already too far gone. It's Stockholm syndrome. So they it's almost like they look at him like he's a god. Like, oh, because I'm being drawn to the scene where he's like I'm the next Jesus. I feel like he literally believes that. I feel like that's why I'm having trouble with his energy, because part of him actually believes his bullshit. So it's like, you know how like you beef up your sense of self if you feel like you're weak? Like, this is giving me the vibe of like, I hate to say it, but this is the vibe of like the kid that pews the school because they were bullied. It's giving me like that. Like, I'm controlling and I'm going to manipulate at all costs, but I'm quick to the trigger. So it's like, I don't know that the people have seen it. I feel like the people that are in higher ranks, so like the coaches and stuff like that, but he can snap on a dime. Like, this man is unhinged, which is why I don't know how I feel like she is the calm in the storm for this to have made it as far as it did. I feel like she brings him back down. Like, again, I'm being drawn to Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's like I bring him back down to I'm cleaning up your mess. I'm bringing you back down to earth. I'm being drawn to my hematite stone as I'm saying that, which is grounding. But he's a man child. I'm sorry, but like, damn, this guy is so manipulative. I hate his energy. I hate it. Like, I don't like being in it at all. Yeah, we're going to put on the show. Like, she's the poster of this. It's like trying to move forward. Like, we just had a kid. This kid. So I feel like she wanted the kid, allegedly. She wanted the kid to save the relationship. He wanted the kid for the optics. So now they're going to play on the whole, like, we have a kid, like, we're a whole family, like, you really not going to trust in us? Like, we're a whole family, like, we're successful twin flames. We even had because I'm being drawn to how, like, 3 twin flames, like, what the literal frick? But, like, I'm just being drawn to, like, they're going to play it off, like, why would we be lying? We're a whole family. We just had a child. How are we manipulative? Ugh. But then I'm noticing this shackle here. It's all, guys, this energy makes me so uncomfortable. Like, I sat regularly, and then when I got into this energy, I couldn't stop moving. I'm so uncomfortable. His energy is just so, it's like, have you met an unhinged Aries? Because that is exactly what he is. He is quick to fight, quick to say the right things, he's got the emotional intelligence of a freaking toddler throwing a temper tantrum. Like, I can see him snapping at the child for crying. Like, this is not a good, healthy environment for this kid. Like, this is actually sad. But he's using it for optics. It's like, it's the next best thing. It's where we have to go. He thinks, it's weird that he's not an earth sign because he thinks business-like. He does not think in terms of, like, I actually should have a child. I actually do enjoy this marriage. It's like, what is going to look good for our business? A kid would look good for our business. Let's do that. Like, oh, my God. Home life. Refusing to quit. She's definitely been flipping out at him since this came out, since the documentary came out. What are we going to do? I don't know what to do. You're being naive. This is going to ruin us. This is going to ruin the business. But he's like, at all costs, he's not letting go. This man needs to be in control. And so he's going to run this into the ground. I'm surprised the tower card hasn't come out. Yeah, she's worried about the finances. I feel like the only way that she would leave is if the finances really dropped. If she couldn't have this, like, because you know what I'm seeing? What's that movie with something Roberts? Hard to think one channel. What is it? She's like a working girl and the guy's like super rich. And so like she's like an escort or something. But it's given the vibe of like, I'm doing it for the money. But if the money falls apart, then what's the point? You know what I mean? So the kid, I don't think it was enough. Yeah, I think she's kind of second guessing. Like, could I potentially make something out of my own? Because I almost see her like, I don't know that she's going to do it because she's so brainwashed that like it could go either way. Like if I were to give a percentage, 50%. It's literally like flipping a coin. It's up to her. But I can almost see her using this to her benefit, removing herself from him. Like I could almost see her like apologizing to victims and being like, I was a victim too. But it's giving like Oprah going to Maui vibes. You know what I mean? It's like, girl, you're not really a victim. You also did it. But it's kind of the vibe of like, I could remove myself, start a business of my own. I wonder if she actually can channel, if she does actually have psychic gifts. It's just like she doesn't really use them because she's doing it for him. But it's almost the vibe of like removing myself and starting a new project of my own. But again, they are both reversed. So it's a blocked energy. So again, I don't know that she'll have the balls to do it. But if the money dips enough, because I'm almost seeing like stock market, if the money were to dip enough, then I could see her taking the kid and leaving and then like putting on a different type of show. Like I removed myself from the twin flame universe. Here's my story. And then making her own YouTube and grabbing the troops and like taking them with her and like trying to make amends almost. So there's potential here for her to start her own business and walk away from him. But I don't know that she's going to do it. It feels more like a thought. Yeah, because the attachment is just very strong. Yeah, and this is like unrealized project that I could start, but probably won't. Maybe when things slow down. I think this is a thought for her. She wants to walk away, but I'm just being drawn heavily to the chain. It's like, I don't know that I can. This is a learned helplessness that if you've had it since childhood, it's really hard to... Has she recently hit a Saturn return? Is she like early 30s? Because this is almost like thinking about my past, thinking about what happened, and maybe I can walk away, but I don't know that I buy that she will. I feel like I should pull a dark mirror to end this. Let me just pull a couple more, see if I can get anything else. Yeah, this is the world in reverse. This is a cycle not completed. Because of work, I don't want to lose everything. Neither of them do. They have that one thing in common. They don't want to lose everything. I mean, Virgo likes lavish lifestyles. She don't want to walk away from that. What's the back deck energy? Rescinding my offer. Having the strength. Breaking down the structure, even though I don't want it to be broken down. I feel like if someone were to give her an offer that she thought would be something to get her out, this is so weird because, like, this is why you can't this is why you can't be mean to abuse victims. Like, because in the energy, it would make perfect sense for her to walk away. She would have the money, but I feel like he's given her so many threats. Did he make her sign, like what's it called? When you... Prenup, thank you, Spirit. Like, maybe there's something along in their marriage that, like, she'd lose everything if she walks away. Because I just keep getting this energy of I'll lose everything if I walk away. I want to walk away, but I don't have the strength because I would lose everything, and I don't want to lose everything. So maybe it's also the optics, too. It could be the optics, too, like, of having the perfect relationship, even though I don't have it. But it's like, I want to start something new. But they're all in reverse. Ace of Swords reversed. Success. New beginnings. I want to start a new beginning, but I'm afraid to because it would upend my entire life. Literally. Temperance card. King of Pentacles. Losing finances. A burden not worth having. She wants to leave. I don't know that she will, though. Yeah, because whenever it gets bad, he gaslights her again and says and does everything that she wants to hear and say. So, okay. So I don't feel like this is going to fall apart. I think the people that are already in it, because I'm hearing like the girlies that get it, and the girlies that don't, which is giving me the vibe of like, if you're already in it, you're not going to want to leave because you're already part of it. You're Stockholmed. But I don't feel like this group is going to grow. They're doing damage control right now. You might have a couple more people, a couple stragglers leave that were not in it as much that'll probably watch the documentary and be like, oh shit, because I'm seeing like hashtag me too, but not in the vibe of like, well, maybe, but also like it's happened to me too. So yeah, no cause for celebration. I feel like I feel like maybe it's like a money thing. Oh yeah, because weren't they, the people that got out were complaining about how they weren't getting paid enough. So I'm almost wondering if he's like offering more money to people that are thinking about leaving so that they don't leave. Because it's like, he's just, there he is. Yep, smart with his words, but not much to back it up. Page of Cups in reverse. So I don't think this is going to break down, to be honest with you. I feel like they're going to be able to keep it going. I mean, just like any cult that's under attack, I mean, look at Scientology. That shit's still going. And I mean, it's Scientology, so enough said. You know what I mean? So I don't think business is going to necessarily stop. Because I'm being drawn to like Teal Swan and how she was under fire. And then now we hear nothing about it. And she's YouTubing still to this day, even though if you guys want me to look at her, I will definitely look at her because she gives me some very uncomfortable feelings. But the problem that I'm seeing here, and it was an issue that I noticed in the documentary too, is that some of the shit that they say is actually right. Like, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but like some of it, you know how like the best way to lie is to keep it as close to the truth as possible? I feel like that's what they do, which is why it's so easy for them to get people in, because like they start with like, you know, if you like the mirroring technique, that's perfect. The mirror technique is pretty similar to what I teach you guys about my life hack of what is this telling me about myself. So like they do the mirror technique, you know, instead of saying, you discarded me, I discard myself. That's true. That's actually true. If you're in a relationship that's unhealthy, it is teaching you about yourself. So the problem here is that some of their shit is legit. And so I don't feel like people are going to walk away because a lot of the lies are like, I'm seeing like a braid. It's like twisted into the truth. And so when you're gaslit and some of it's accurate, it's harder for you to leave because some of it's true. And so he's falling on, it's a dangerous little line there of like using the truth to manipulate. That's what I'm seeing with this. But let's pull out Dark Mirror to finish. All right, so let's see any final messages. I feel like they're going to see a dip. Like, I feel like some people are going to leave, but I feel like there's a lot of people that are already too far gone that are not going to walk away from this, because I keep being drawn to like the twin sister and stuff. It's like when you're that far in, it's hard to get out. So I feel like the regulars, you know what I mean? They're probably going to stay. So I don't feel like the business itself is going to fall apart unless I don't, because I keep being drawn to things like Teal Swan and how she was under fire, but then it just went away. I'm being drawn to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and how that was a shit show. And then, you know, we just get distracted by the next new thing. And so they're going to benefit from that. I'm seeing like, you know how like a surfer goes under the wave in order to not get annihilated by the wave? I'm seeing that. It's like if we go through the storm, we'll be fine. The business will be fine. And then we can start over. So I hope that people continue to speak out, because I don't think this is going to fall apart. It just feels like a very well-oiled machine. And so, you know, they're really good at, like, I almost see people watching the documentary and then being like, well, I see the mirroring technique works. Like, that's accurate. And maybe they are channeling. And so I feel like they could even actually make new business members out of people that have watched the Netflix documentary, because they'll go to his page, see the statement they put out about how it's just people that are mad because they didn't find their love or whatever. And I feel like people that are more susceptible to narcissism, they're going to fall victim to this. So if you have a tendency to fall for narcissistic partners, stay away from this business, allegedly, because I don't see this falling apart anytime soon. I could punch this dude in the face, allegedly. No, I wouldn't. I would never get a jail cell over this dude, but oh my God. This man is just such, oh my God, I hate him. Allegedly, I hate him. He really just feels like a victim. Oh my God, this man really feels like, you know what? He believes his bullshit. That's the problem. That is the problem. The main problem that I'm seeing here. He believes his own bullshit. This man really does feel like he's the second coming of Christ. He feels like he's a savior. He has really just built up a whole fallacy in his mind and believes it. So now he feels like he's being attacked. Now he feels like, why do I have to deal with this? I didn't even do anything wrong. You guys are coming at me sideways. What am I supposed to do? I want to come at you and flip out. Like, I feel like he's wanted to come at the, like, an offensive energy. And again, with her being a Virgo, it's like, bring it down. Like, don't, this is going to make us look worse if you flip out. I feel like he's flipped out in the group chats of people that are coaches and stuff like that. This man is angry. And this reminds me of the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's like, you don't see how you're the problem. That's the issue here. This man, it's hard for something like this to break down when you believe your own shit. You know what I mean? So if you believe that you're a victim, then you're not going to see it any other way. And the problem is he feels like he's a victim because he's had a victim mentality for so long. And when he is ever criticized for anything, it brings him back to a childhood wound. And so he feels like, I'm being attacked. You guys don't understand. Like, he really does feel like he's the second coming of Jesus. That's what's wild about this. He's really like, I'm here to make a change and to help people. And you guys are coming at me just like, oh my God, I wonder, because I'm being drawn to like Jesus on the cross. I wonder if he's been like, this is what they did to Jesus. They put him on the cross because he dared to be a prophet. Like, I just feel like this man is next level delusional. He would love to come at this guns blazing. I feel like Shaleia is the one that's like, we just have to ride the storm. Like, let's just calm down. Don't be so quick to jump. This man is so damn emotional, unhinged. Like, I hate his energy. It makes me so uncomfortable. And this is like the energy of who he is. You know how this is like a shell of a person? Like, look at this person. They don't look alive at all, right? That's what he is. That's the problem here. When you believe your own shit, it's going to be a lot easier to sell your shit. So if you believe you're the second coming of Jesus, stupid ass, then yeah, it's going to be a lot easier to sell it because you believe it. Like, I could see this man going on a lie detector test and fucking passing because that's how much he believes his BS. That's the problem here. This is why these people are so easily gaslit, because he believes his own shit. That's why his energy was really hard for me to pin down, because I'm like, I was noticing like when he would say that he's Jesus and stuff like that, I was reading his body and it was like, okay, nothing's not lining up, which is concerning because you're saying you're Jesus. So something should be, like, for instance, if you're saying you're Jesus, but you're trying to just get money, I would see something like, so learn this so that when people lie to you, you'll catch on. If someone's telling a lie, they'll usually do something like they'll put their arms crossed or they'll put their hands over their privates because it's a self-preservation. It's a technique that you're unconsciously doing to make sure that you're defended. And I noticed that when he said that he was Jesus and stuff like that, he was smiling and he felt proud. There was no defensiveness. So he believes his own shit, which is the problem here. Literally. What did I just say? He bought into his own bullshit, which is why he's so good at this. And this is why he's so angry. Because he doesn't understand why people are coming after him. That's what this is all about. This is a shit show. Oh my God. I'm going to leave it at that because his energy makes me sick. If I'm going to be honest with you, I almost feel bad for Shaleia. I'm not saying what she did is okay, but I've been in his energy for almost an hour and I feel sick. So I can't even imagine what it's like to be his spouse or sleep with him, because that's how you transmute energy too. So he's dumping all, quite literally, oh my God, that's gross. But he's an energy vampire. And that's why this cult is doing so well, allegedly. Because he buys his own shit. It's victim mentality on steroids with some narcissism sprinkled on top. This is a nightmare. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, I would say stay the hell away from this, because I don't buy that it's going to fall apart. I feel like this is going to be even more motivation for him to sell his theatrics and be like, see, the whole world's out to get me. Just like they demonized Jesus, they're demonizing me. And we're the next wave to save humanity and bring the twin flames together. And they're trying to come for us because they're not. Like, I wonder if he's going to go like deep into the church and deep into religion instead of spirituality. Like, this is how they came for Jesus. This is how they, it's just giving... Oh God, religious cult on steroids. That's probably why I'm being drawn to Scientology. It's like keep and the Duggars, the cult like it's like keep them together so that they can't think outside the box. That's the vibe of this. So this is very scary, honestly. I'm concerned for everyone involved. I would pray for everyone involved because that's a very dangerous thing to be a part of. It's giving like that cult that drank the suicide cult, you know what I mean? Of like we all go down together type of vibe. This is unhealthy and very dangerous. I don't like that. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, no facts here. But I'm gonna leave it at that because I can't spend another minute in his energy. This is concerning. And I would even pray for Shaleias. I know that what she did is wrong, but I feel like she's a shell of a person and anybody that's in his vicinity just becomes a shell of a person. So I have a little bit of empathy for her. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry. I'm not saying, listen, this and that can be true. Two things can be true at the same time. For instance, Jeff could have one hell of a really bad childhood. Does that mean that it's okay that he does what he does? No. I feel like Shaleias has been emotionally and verbally abused and neglected by this man. It happened in her childhood too. And that she doesn't know any better. It's like a learned victim mentality. And until she gets someone who's like, knock, knock, like, hey, like, look at life in a different perspective, I can get you out. This is like abuse on like a large scale. Everybody in here is Stockholmed and it's very dangerous. And my prayers go out to everybody involved. I pray that they all see the documentary and maybe have a change of heart and get out because this is really bad, even for Shaleias. I feel like Jeff is just one hell of a, like I'm seeing like Pinocchio, like on strings. He knows how to, it's because he's been abused. That's the problem. I feel like he's been emotionally or verbally abused by his own family, and he used that to manipulate. It's giving the vibe, like I said earlier, two kids have a drunk father. One becomes a drunk, one becomes sober. He became the drunk. And now it's like, why are you coming after me? So when you believe your own shit and you're abusive, that's next level dangerous. I don't like that, and I'm concerned for everyone involved. So let's just pray for them and pray that they all get out relatively unscathed. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because I hate this energy. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really does help me know what to make, and also that you guys enjoy it, because otherwise I'll pivot to different topics. But as always, comment down below what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you enjoy it. Thank you to my regulars. Appreciate y'all so much. Share this with your friends that are interested in twin flame stuff, because it's very concerning and I don't want anybody else getting involved in this, allegedly. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, links are all down below. If you want to book a personal reading, links are all down below. But I'm going to leave it at that and get rid of this nasty ass energy. And as always, this is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, no facts here. Please, God, don't join their little culty group. But I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great weekend or whenever you're seeing this, and I'll catch you next time.